Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tell Me Something Good. I'm your host, Jackie.
And I'm Jelly.
And today we're going to do some unpopular opinions and controversial topics. And we haven't heard each other's, so I don't know if we're going to be cool after this.
I know we might be canceled because we're going to give you our honest opinion, things that we probably would have never shared before. But
we're like, hey, what's the worst?
Yeah, I feel like everybody needs to speak their mind and not be scared. So, yeah, we're going to get into that. But
and I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, are mine? We'll see in the comments what you guys think.
I think it's more like unspoken. Like people could agree with them, but nobody really says anything. Or some people might think we're stupid. I don't know.
Or they won't admit it. Yeah. All right. But first, Jelly, tell me something good.
My something good is, I don't know if I shared it with them about when I found that TV across from your neighbors.
I don't think you shared it.
I don't think I did, but that has something to do with my something good. So the day we did our photo shoot, I saw that her neighbor had, what are those TVs called?
It is like...
It's the older TV. Like it's huge. Mm-hmm. Like it has a big back to it or whatever. The big
back. The big back TVs. I know they ain't flat. They big backs.
Yeah, and it had a built-in VHS VCR.
It was free too.
Yes. And I was like, maybe we could use it for the photo shoot. So I grabbed it. In the end, we didn't use it, but I took it anyways. But I ended up finding like home videos that I got to watch from when I was little. And then I found a lot at my mom's house that she was going to throw out. So I've been watching those. But today I found some at the flea market. And I can't wait to watch them. Like,
that is so cute, though. What I think is crazy is that you were able to watch home videos because of this TV.
Yes.
And she did tell me there was a video where
it was
my family was in it.
It was my third birthday. And I was like, oh, because I had like this green big dress. Mm-hmm. And green's always been my favorite color. And I was like, how did they know? But, her family was in it, and it was so nostalgic. Like, there was, like, a corner, like, so I feel like our family grew up kind of close. Like, they raised everybody kind of close because our parents are cousins, and they have a lot of cousins.
And everybody lived in the same town.
Yeah, it was, like, the same neighborhood, like, all cousins. So, like, one corner, it was, like, them singing and doing music, and then you turn the camera, and it would be, like, somebody, like, swinging the kids around, just so nostalgic. Aww. I wanted to cry, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like it was just happy times.
And you get to see that version of you.
Yes.
Like, that is the cutest. And I don't have any, like, I'm sure that there was some videos of us.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can rewatch them, like, that is so cute. And the TV, what are the odds?
Yes. And, but Jackie was in her mommy's belly.
I told
my third birthday.
I told my mom about this past Sunday. I was like, Jelly told me she has this. And she's like, see, I had to be pregnant with you at that time. And she's like, tell her to show it to us.
Yeah.
Show it to me, Rachel. I want to see.
Yeah. I'm going to send it to you when I rewatch it, like clips of it. It was so cute. But yeah, I found videos today. I mean, VHSs today at the flea market. And they're cheap now because people want to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. So I got like 8 of them, and it was like Dalmatians, like the OG Disney movies. And I'm just so excited to watch them.
Oh, that sounds like so nostalgic. And
yes.
I'm just amazed that your parents still have these videos, though.
I know. And I think that has a lot to do with me loving, like, videos and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I grew up with, like, the camera, like, in a lot of videos, I would be like, give me the camera. Like, as a little girl, I would be, like, telling my dad, like, give it to me the whole time. And then one of the videos I posted, you can see that I'm pointing at the camera because I wanted it.
And look at you. Look at what would young Jelly say about you right now?
She would be so proud, I think.
Oh my God. Literally, what would your younger self like now you know how to set up cameras and edit videos and little Jelly.
But I feel like sometimes it's the little things that make you happy, and that's my something good. So
I love that. So why the heck do I always tear up? It's not even that deep, and I'll be like.
No, but it does make me like connect to your inner child and everything.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just like to think about our younger self, what they would think, because they're still in us, you know, like somewhere down deep in there, they're in there trying to express themselves and show what they, you know, but
yeah, that's my something good. So Jackie, you tell me something good.
Something good. And I talked about it on the last episode, but I finally did it. I had a presentation and I presented to, I think it was 16 or 17 people for an hour, and it was like a class, and I faced my fear of public speaking. I've always been scared of it. I think I talked about it on the last episode. And
how do you feel afterwards?
I felt so freaking good. I wanted to tell everybody, like, I did this. Like, and to me, it's such a big deal because literally the thought, and it's crazy because I did my class, and then yesterday I had to just introduce myself in front of that same group, and there was more people, and all I had to say was, hey, I'm Jackie, and what I do. And I was so nervous. Like, I felt that nervousness again, like, of like, I can't even get the words out without my voice shaking. So for me to do that, and I'm like, then how the heck did I teach this 1 hour class? Because when I tell you, I couldn't even get up out of my chair yesterday to stand up and say, like, hey, my name. That's all I had to say. And I was shaking. I was like, oh gosh, it's almost my turn. It's almost.
That would always be me on the first day of school when you got to say something about yourself, and I would be like, I hated that. And I've never put myself out there to do a public speech because I'm like, I could never do it. And this opportunity was something that was presented to me, and I was like in Tulum, had a few drinks, and I was feeling my best. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do it. Like, and then I was like, why the hell did I say yes? But I'm so glad I did, because literally afterwards I felt so good, and it just felt good to face a fear of mine. I think sometimes we do need to just say yes. Like, don't think about it too much, because then you will talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
And that's how you build confidence, is by doing it over and over and over. Yes. And then one day you could be doing TED Talks, you never know.
And the thing is, like, we have a podcast. You would think that, but it's so different when you're here with just us, and I'm comfortable. I mean, it was at first, like, we were very shy, and there's times where we still, like, we're like, oh God, I'm nervous. But no, when I tell you, like, that to me was like something that I didn't think I could ever do. And I know it's just 17 people.
And I think, like, that's my thought right now. Like, that's still, I have a limiting belief too. Like, even talking in front of like 5 people, like,
yes.
Even talking to one stranger, I get like,
yeah. But I think that, like, if that's something that, and I love talking, like, if I could take that fear away, like, and I could be on stage saying something that would change someone's life. And I think that that was the one thing that I was like, God, take me out of this and let me just think of how this can benefit them. And literally that helped me. I did have 2 breakdowns. Cried, literally couldn't stop crying. I'm like, all right, snap out of it. And I had to do my makeup. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do my makeup. But after I had my breakdowns, I was good. Sometimes you just gotta let out the emotions, and everything works out. And prepared. I was really prepared, I will say.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, is just being prepared. And sometimes you just gotta jump off the ledge and just do it.
And also, I was practicing and recording and just like presenting to my phone. Yeah. And so I kind of had it all played out in my head how I was going to do it. So that really helped me. So if you're someone, just prepare and you'll be good. Mm-hmm. And thank you all to everyone who reached out and literally gave me so much good advice. All right, let's jump into
the video. So yeah, we're going to be doing unpopular, controversial, cancelable opinions and thoughts. And even some of mine are kind of like just thoughts that I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, I'm open to like learning more about it. I don't have a definite thought about it. So, you want to start?
No, you start. Because I feel like mine are, I want to hear yours. I do have some that
I have a mixture of like different random ones. So, I'm trying to think how many we're going to do so that I can know which ones to pick. Oh my God, this one. Okay. People who hate kids scare me.
That is true.
You know, there's people like, I hate kids, like,
that is scary though.
Like to me, I'm like, do you need to heal like your inner child, or I don't understand the like deep hate like for every kid, like.
And it's okay to say, I hate when kids do this.
Yeah, like kids can be annoying. Kids, you know.
Or like, I don't like when kids are whatever. You can have your own opinion.
Kids can be bad, but to like hate them, I'm like.
That's like saying I hate humans.
Yeah.
Don't clip that.
And I feel like kids are the most vulnerable in the, you know, like.
And I feel like I don't ever put blame on kids when they're little, because it's a reflection of their parents most of the time. When they're little, it's like, what do your parents do? Like, if anything, your parents, I'm going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that is scary for someone to say, I hate kids or babies. Do people say that?
Yeah, there's people who hate babies.
That is, and there is people who do because they hurt them.
Yeah, sometimes people, they do end up hurting. I went to school with a guy who, like, he got arrested for, like, I think he killed his baby or something.
I did too. No, I didn't go to school, but that happened where we're from somebody actually, like,
and that's like,
like they hurt their kid.
Yeah. Like they don't have patience or something, which I barely have patience, but to go that far is like scary. So that's my opinion.
I don't know. I think that is valid.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe if you catch yourself saying, "Oh, I hate kids," maybe rephrase that.
Yeah.
Like rephrasing it to maybe there are things that you don't like that kids do. Like,
and some people don't want to have kids. That's fine and stuff. But having like hate, like, I don't know. That's kind of,
hate is a strong word.
it's a strong word.
Mm-hmm. All right. Customers are not always right. Do you agree?
I agree 1,000%.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now because I have had, obviously with the restaurant, my parents' restaurant, my times where I am just like, you don't have to be rude about it, or you know what, like, and sometimes, out of like being a business, you have to be obviously
polite.
Yeah. But there was one time, let me tell y'all, this was actually like a month ago, and I wasn't there, but I saw it happening because I was walking by. My brother was outside Taco Loco, and this lady was yelling at him because apparently we forgot something, and my brother was just trying to hear her out, right? Yeah. Like, let me hear you out. What's going on? And she was like yelling. She was like, I'm about to go in there and we're about to, like, trying to square up with my dad and my brother. And that my brother literally told her, man, he told her, can you get her? Because she's acting, can I talk to you? Because she don't know, over a cheese dip.
Oh,
like,
my God.
My thing is, like, we will fix this. It was over a cheese dip. And she literally, and he was like, no, instead of like he was going at it, like trying to go. So no, I do not think customers are always right. I think sometimes they take advantage of the fact that is a thing. Customers, no, you're not. And
because accidents happen, everybody's human. Like, we might forget, like, I don't like going to McDonald's every time something's missing, but every now and then, like, it's going to happen. And I don't know. It's not worth fighting over cheese.
I'm like, and that's when I said,
y'all must have some good. This is the ad right now.
That's when I said, I'm like, is it that good that you're gonna stand out there and fight over this cheese dip? And I didn't hear that what was happening, but it was funny because it was the day we met up at Lumina. Actually, so that was like 2 months ago. Me and Andrea I'm like, I feel like something's happening, but I'm gonna just keep walking. But it wasn't that deep. But if I would have known it was that deep, I would have been like, is there a problem? Like,
but because they will take advantage. That's like,
they will. And there's people, and it is all about how you approach a situation. Like, you know what? Y'all forgot this. If y'all want to, whatever, like, I just need it because I ordered it, But some people just are so rude and they just, I don't know. So you're not always right. Customers are not always right.
I agree with that one. Kylie Jenner was bullied into getting work done just for people to throw it in her face.
Wait, so what is the opinion about
that? The opinion is that she was bullied into getting work done, and now they throw it in her face like she has work done.
Oh, I just burped. I'm sorry. Yes. Wait, I'm confused. So what?
The opinion is that people are
bullies.
Okay. And like, what is the word?
They're never satisfied.
Yes, like they always want to throw something in your face, or like they want to bully you into doing something and then like talk shit because you do it, or like, you know.
So what people say sometimes is that she has no right to feel upset about how she looks,
because
right?
that was the recent thing, how she was crying on the show about I guess people saying she's done so much work and this and that, but I'm like, y'all used to say she was ugly.
Yeah, they used to say she was like not, and even Chloe too.
Chloe
like,
too.
And now they say that she looks too this or too that, but they used to say that she needed to lose weight. She needed, and like, of course, when you start having money, I'm gonna start fixing these things. Just wait. we gonna look a little different. If we start changing here shortly. I'm just kidding.
For real.
But yeah, that does happen. I think that it can get to your head if somebody is constantly making comments and publicly about the way you look, or
and I guess because they're so successful, like you're gonna hear that. But I'm just like, it makes you realize how people really are mean, I guess, you know.
They are. And even your own family will make certain comments to you. Should I even talk about? No, I'm not going to talk about this. I am. I'll decide if I want to clip it.
Okay.
So this is for the girl talk right now. I don't think guys are going to, who cares? Well, I used to get told all the time that I had no boobs, right? Like all the time. That was the thing. Like you don't have boobs. And then I got them, or when they're like, you didn't need those. I'm like, you used to always.
Oh my God.
And I didn't do it for other people. That's the thing, you know. Like I never have done. Like I did it for myself, but I used to always get told like, Jackie, she flat, you know, and even joking around, like. But it does get to you,
gets
like
to people.
you're just known as like, to me, I'm like, oh my God, that's like. But I've always said since I was younger, I'm like, I'm gonna get them done. I've always liked boobs, like that's just my thing. But I do think that people don't realize how impactful their comments could be. And then after, like, people were like, why did you get them? Like, you didn't need them. I'm like, I wanted them. Like, it's not that I needed or.
Yeah, I think just people need to keep their opinions to themselves if it's like something about your physical appearance or something like that.
Especially, and sometimes it is, I might even make a comment to somebody and I think it's nice. Like, let's say, like, oh my God, you have a big butt, but it looks good. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, what if they take it the wrong way? You know, they're like, oh, my butt's too big. Like, what? I don't want to, you know. So I guess we just need to learn from it, because I myself have probably made comments to girls like, dang, your booty looks good.
But to me, that's a compliment.
Me too. But what if it's,
I
don't know. But we just need to learn to do better about making comments about people's bodies. Yeah. And just because somebody changed, there's another one. Just because somebody changes their bodies doesn't mean you have to comment about it, right? Okay. Let me see. I think lingerie is overrated.
Yes.
Like,
1,000%.
I can't, like.
It's so uncomfortable.
And if you say you wear lingerie to bed every night, do we?
Do people wear it to bed?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry, but I feel like even in movies, they're always like, you know, they have like this sexy, like whatever. I can't. If it's a special night, maybe I'll wear it just to like.
Yeah, I would wear it like if I was in a relationship or like, but it's coming off and then it comes back on. And I'm
putting on my comfy, ugly PJs because I do have
like
some.
my huge t-shirt.
Yes.
I do have matching PJs too, but lingerie.
Yeah, and
I honestly don't even wear thongs like I used to. Like not all the time. Like
into bed, like I remember I used to try to sleep in my thong.
So uncomfortable.
And you have to move it, like, because you're like, oh, that thing is so uncomfortable. But now I'm like, I just need to be comfortable, and I don't care how sexy I look when I go to sleep. But I feel like back then I used to be like, oh gosh, I gotta wear something sexy. I gotta look good.
Like match everything.
Yeah, but now I'm like, oh, where's my ugly sweatpants that are so comfortable? And maybe like, for special nights, I think that just to set the mood.
Yeah. So I was watching Hoarders early. Have you seen that show? Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful my mom made me clean when I was younger.
Yes.
Because I'm like, is it that? Like, I remember as a kid being like, oh, like I would be so mad when I would have to clean, especially deep cleaning days, you know, with the music and everything. And I would be so pissed off. But now I'm like, okay.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Because then I think you become like accustomed to like.
Yeah, it's like a routine of like doing it. Because I was watching Hoarders and literally like they have like a little pathway and stuff on top of stuff. Like.
And
crazy.
I feel like if you have family, like, I don't know why my throat keeps making noises. I'm sorry. If you have family and they see that, like, if they care for you, they're going to be like, let me help you. What's going on?
But I think with them, it's more like some detachment. Like, they have to get therapists and stuff for them. It's like something that's, because they
just don't like getting rid of things?
I think it's hard for them to detach from certain things. Like, I used to have, I've never been a hoarder, but I used to keep a lot of things that I did not need. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, why do I still have this? And I remember when I turned 30, I did a deep clean of my whole house. And I was crying for some stuff. I had some shorts from when I was like 7 years old that I was still wear. And, but it was good. I was like, I'm starting my 30s, like, getting rid of a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I remember I used to complain all the time. So thanks, Mom, for watching.
Yes. I remember having to have the house clean before they got there. Mm-hmm. All of that. But, yeah, I'm and then Saturdays, oh, my gosh, I just remember hearing
the music.
And my mom, Niña.
Yeah.
I'm like, esos baños. I'm like, and you know what? I always had to clean them freaking bathrooms. And I don't know why it always landed on me to clean the bathrooms. What was your chore? I feel like I had like a specific chore all the time.
I think we would switch every week. Like 1 week I would do the kitchen, 1 week the living room, and the bathroom. I think we would switch too.
I feel like for us, Bridget always washed dishes.
I hate washing dishes.
And I always swept. And I've always been bad at sweeping. I would always hear, hey, nobody said bien. And I would try to I hated sweeping. Yeah. So I would always be the sweeper. Oh, and clean the table. That was my Bridget. Counters, the counters. Bridget had to wash dishes. And then the bathroom, it was usually me and Bridget sometimes. But I think I always had to clean the freaking bathtub.
Oh, God.
That was the worst. But I'm not going to lie, though. Me and Bridget used to have some messy rooms back then. But because we shared a room, but it was always closed. And my mom would get so mad at us. But everything else, we were pretty good at keeping.
Yeah, I think everybody, like, I'm going through that right now with my son. Like, I'm like, clean your freaking room. And I remember because I used to hate it, too. Like,
yeah, I did not. And then it would sometimes be like, Bridget, let's clean the room. And she'd be like, I don't want to. Let's do it tomorrow. And so we would have to come into an agreement. Yeah. I'm not cleaning it unless you were helping me. So we'd have to be in agreement of when we were cleaning. But we hated cleaning our room. But everything else, we kept the living room clean, kitchen clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankful for that. Let me see. I don't believe in cancel culture. Like, about things you've done in your past. If it
depends how bad it was.
I think I guess it depends on how bad it was. But I feel like if you notice change in somebody, I think people, when we're young, we make mistakes and we might say stuff that we don't mean because we've heard it from other people or we've just think it's a trend to do things. But I think that it does depend. Like if you're posting like, I hate or I want to kill or something like that, then it's like, what's going on with you? But I do think, like, sometimes people cancel too hard.
Yeah, definitely. Like, any little thing, like, they expect you to be Jesus Christ himself.
Yes, and it's always, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think no one's obviously, like, we all make mistakes, but I think people, like, you might do something that's not even that bad, and people will start making that your thing.
Yeah.
They don't forgive you. And if you address it, like, for example, when Daisy Marquez about the sickle cell, which I think that is still like, why should she do that? But people still always feel the need to bring that up. Like, why do you have to bring it up?
And even though she admitted to it and said, like, she apologized or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I am like, well, she had to be in a certain place in her life to even do that. That's why I feel empathy for people because I'm like, I couldn't imagine doing that, you know? Mm-hmm. But to feel like all this pressure to be this way and then admit that she had the work done. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't think she should have been canceled.
And then I think it's just, some people just take it too far. Like, there was, and maybe this was not cancel culture, but there was this lady, did you see where she was outside, like, doing something inappropriate with herself? But no, she thought she was, like, where no one could see her. She was at the beach, but she really couldn't see, like, nothing, I feel like. Yeah. So I think they saw her pull out, like, her toy or something.
But she was she under something?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it wasn't, like, I think somebody did see her, though. Well, anyway. So then I think she was a real estate agent. And then, this is sad. So then she obviously is getting all this back. They post her video of the police interaction with, like, I think that was too much. Like, they post the police interaction with her. She gets charged for it. You can tell she's very apologetic. Like, she's not doing it to get the attention of anybody. Like, she's just like.
But she's in public.
I think
to me that's a little creepy.
But I feel. Let me find the video. But anyway, so then obviously it like gets thrown around town, and she literally commits suicide because it got to her so bad.
Oh my God.
So like that's what happens, you know, like people don't realize that, and you could tell in the video, and maybe it's just me, like she was very apologetic. Like you could be like, I am so. You could tell she was like, I didn't think anyone could see, because she was around like bushes that it looked like you couldn't really see.
Yeah.
But I mean, she like, you know, like you don't realize the power of your words either.
Yeah, I don't think she got charged or whatever. I think that's enough. Like you don't have to bully her that way.
And she wasn't doing it in the intention for kids to see her or anybody to see her. I think she was just like, I think she had a few drinks. I don't think she had a toy. I think she was like just.
And
like,
I bet she was humiliated. Like,
yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, if you can tell somebody has like, they're trying to do it for malintent or something, or just they're in the mood.
Yeah, but you could tell she was really like, even in the video. But then, I think that the video footage got out.
Oh, that's sad.
Then she. Like, it got to her so bad. And I'm like, see, like, I don't know. People just always want to have, even when people share mug shots and stuff.
Yeah.
When it's not even that deep. I get, if it's deep, like, if they really did it, like, go. But if you're like.
I've never been somebody to share mug shots.
Me either. Like, if you share mug shots and it's, like, someone from your town and they're just, all they did was, like, didn't show up to court or something. Yeah. Don't be sharing that. Like, please, if I find out and you're going to tell me, which I hope I never. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But please don't ever, because when I come out,
and then I see where people share somebody's mugshot and they get mad when people share theirs. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know, but that was mine.
Okay, another one. It's nearly impossible to cancel big corporations.
Yeah, I think so.
Even like Balenciaga, people wearing it again. I'm like, I would think like they made it like such a, you know, and I'm like, it's kind of scary that you can't.
You can't. Even like, Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. You saw how the Olympics, supposedly they're talking about canceling the Olympics. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know if they can be canceled.
I think they can, like, stock.
They can lose money.
And people who have stock in it, yeah, they can lose money. And guess what? They'll just find somewhere else to put people who do stock shares and stuff. But
not where they shut down, like, and it's done.
I think they can suffer, the people actually running the Starbucks and suffer it, because if you're a manager at a Starbucks.
Yeah, like the regular everyday people, not the people at the top.
Yeah, the people at the top, they're like.
Yeah,
but I think the people who do feel
suffer
it
is the
employees, the people who are managing. And yes, it's like, why don't you just go get a new job if that's, but sometimes, you know, you actually enjoy doing this and being a barista, and I don't know, because I did see that. But now that you talk about it, I don't think it's possible to cancel, like.
Unless it's like Diddy's companies, he had to, I think he sold his shares in the Revolt and all that stuff, unless it's something like that, but he still has money too, so I'm like, yeah, I
agree. Yeah, the people who do suffer are the people working it. I don't care to know the tea about myself. You know, when people are like, did you hear
oh
what
my God, said? That came up with somebody with me the other day. Well, they were just telling me a story about someone else, and they're like, well, I think they would want to know, like, to tell them. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to know if I was them.
No.
Like, I don't want to hear no negativity about myself, especially if it's from people that I don't
care or know about.
If it's not somebody, like, that I speak to that's talking shit, I don't care what they got to say.
Yeah, I remember when I was in middle school. I remember this girl, she always gave me vibes that she didn't like me, because I was always like trying to talk to her. She would always be like, until one day she came up to me and she's like, I heard something about you. And I'm like, okay. Who told you, or from who?
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't say. I'm like, well, then I don't care.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't want to know? I'm like, no, if you don't know, if you're not going to tell me who told you, then I don't care. And then literally the whole time, it was gym class, she was like, you really don't want to know? I'm like, no. And that bothered me, and I never knew. This was in middle school, and I've always been like that. Like, I don't care what people say about me, unless it's like a close friend of mine that is talking bad about me. Yeah. But I think that the truth always comes out.
Yeah.
You know, but
if it's a random, because I've heard things about myself that weren't even true, so I'm like, I don't care. Those are just rumors, or people will literally make things up too, or not even know the situation. So
yeah, and sometimes people, all right, if you have someone in your life that's constantly telling you things they heard about you, they are not your friend. Mm-hmm. Because I had someone that always be like, well, I heard you did this. I heard that. And they'd like kind of be excited to tell me, like, I heard, like, is it true that you were doing this or you were, and it's like, okay, why does it matter? Like, but no, if people are talking about me, and I truly don't care. Right?
I agree. Yep.
So keep the tea to yourself. I don't want it. And I'm not one to ask either, like, did they say something about me?
I'm not either.
I don't want to know.
And I think I used to want to know, though. It takes a lot of growth to be like that, because I think I would want to know, or I don't know, like, but now I don't care. Mm-mm. That's on growth.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not 100% about the following things: dinosaurs, the moon landing, therapy, and aliens.
Ooh, let's
dive so dinosaurs.
Into each. There's real dinosaur skeletons, no?
Supposedly, but how do we know they didn't just make? Because you know, in China they were caught making like. No,
they were. Oh, jeez.
I feel like things that I didn't like. I'm kind of I question everything now. I'm like, are dinosaurs real? I feel like people probably are like, but I'm like, were they programming us to believe in them? Like, because they teach us about them as kids, and then when we get older, they didn't teach us. Because I have more questions as an adult, you know.
Wait, why did we stop talking about dinosaurs?
Yeah. And then the movies, Jurassic Park, and I just always believed in them, but I'm like. And I don't think they started finding fossils until was it the 1800s?
I don't know.
I've been looking into it a little bit, but I'm like, I don't know about dinosaurs just because. And dinosaurs aren't in the Bible, are they?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Because they say supposedly a meteor like killed them. Like, I don't know. That's something that I'm just not.
What came first? What if the dinosaurs were here before the Bible? Wait, no. Is that not possible?
No, God said he made like Adam and Eve, and then
so there wasn't dinosaurs before that. Why would no? Because if God creates everything, then he would have created the dinosaurs. And my thing is, you're right, because how could they go extinct if they were so big? Like,
supposedly a meteor. No,
I
thought it was like a meteor came and killed everything.
Yeah, what? Now I'm like.
I'm just starting to question a lot of things that we were told.
But I feel like but there are animals that go extinct. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. So maybe, because now there's like animals that we hear that we knew about and now they are extinct.
Yeah, there are some animals that are very old. Like I went to the zoo, there was like some kind of turtle or something that was like hundreds and hundreds of years old.
This is what happened. A large asteroid. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Asteroid? Impact caused the event 66 million years ago. Now, how do you know this?
So they're saying before Jesus, like before all that, right?
I don't know. Volcanic eruption, sea level changes. Okay, you want to know how to sound smart? The instantaneous devastation in the immediate vicinity and the widespread secondary effects of an asteroid impact. Damn! I feel smart.
Maybe we'll do an episode like diving into things.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
We're going to do our research because I don't know. The other thing was the moon landing. I think a lot of people question that already.
Yeah, I've always had a little question about that.
And then therapy. I'm like, I feel like we're told therapy's good. I've never been in therapy though, and I've always been like, therapy's good, but I was like, you know what?
I've never been.
And I feel like we're programmed to say things without even.
Yeah. Well, I could see therapy being good to have someone to talk to that's not your immediate family.
Yeah. But I'm like, do you ever graduate from therapy, or do you have to go forever? And it's not good to talk about your problems or your like negativity all the time.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, when do you know I think people go forever though.
I guess maybe if you have like deep rooted like traumas, yeah, I guess it could be good for them. But I'm like, I need to try it and not just be saying therapy's good, because that's
we should both try it.
And then what was the last one? Oh yeah, aliens. Yeah, I think aliens are
somewhere now. I don't know where, but I believe I've seen videos.
Yeah, I have too, but I'm like, that could be.
But why wouldn't they just come out and be like, hey, hey? Why wouldn't they just come out?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the most thing I have always believed in though, was aliens. Like, but I don't know. That's just, I'm not 100% sure. Like,
yeah.
So that might be my unpopular opinion, but I don't know.
That's a good one. It makes you think. Maybe we should dive deep into those. Okay. I am okay and actually happier not listening to music at the beach.
Really?
Yes. Like sometimes I just want to turn it off. And like I just want to relax and hear the sound of the waves.
Yeah.
And sometimes the music is too loud and I can't relax and I get overstimulated. So if it was up to me, I would maybe for a little bit play and feel good music. Like,
yeah.
But sometimes it depends on the music too. Like there's some music I just don't want to hear at the beach.
Yeah. I always that's, to me, that's the central music of the beach.
That's how
But I've never not tried it, so I don't know.
Well, and maybe because sometimes.
But not loud though. Like I like it. I like to hear the waves too, but just like a.
No, when I tell you, when I go, it is loud. The people I go, like my brother, like everyone likes it loud, right? Mm-hmm. And they never complain. I'm the one that's like, turn it down a little. And then I feel like we're intruding on other people.
I think that's why I don't do it. It's my social anxiety where I'm like, I don't want to.
I don't want to force these people to listen to our music. Let's just, and me personally, sometimes I don't want to listen. I actually do want to read a book on the beach, and I want to turn it, but I can't when the music is literally so loud.
Yeah.
And then I'm just overstimulated, and then I just want to hear the waves. Like whenever I feel like I'll just play music that is like waves or sounds, and it relaxes me. But when I'm at the beach and it's like loud music, sometimes I'm like,
yeah, I wouldn't like loud.
It makes me want to drink. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's part of my thing too, is like the drinks, the music.
Book, drinking on the beach, it hits different.
A nice chair. Yeah, some tannin oil, little snacks.
Some sandwiches. But, yep, that's my controversial. No, my
unpopular
opinion. I feel like this shirt keeps.
I don't know if I want to say this one.
Oh, gosh, I'm scared. Say it.
Okay. This might be my most controversial. I don't know. I don't get very offended when people say the N word with the A on the end.
With the A on the end?
Yeah. Because I feel like some people are very like, don't say that word. And I'm like, it's in songs. Or like, I don't think a racist person is saying it with the A, you know?
Yeah, they're saying it with another letter. But I feel like, and this is wrong, I think, but we grow up Latinos thinking it's okay to say it.
And maybe it's that because I've been around people who say it, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to fight everybody for saying the word. But I'm like, when it becomes a part of language and it's used as like you say like home,
like a friend, you're not saying it in an offensive way.
So, I'm like, you expect people to like rap and then just stop whenever they say the word. Like to me,
I do.
But I'm saying I wouldn't feel that type of way. It's like,
no, but I feel like when I was younger, I used to think it was like friend, right?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I used to say it. But I swear it was as a friend. Like, or when you talking to your homeboy. Like,
and I feel like back then, like now they want to cancel everybody for everything. So.
Yeah. I stopped saying it because I'm like, if it offends, then I'd rather just.
Yeah, I get that some people get offended by it, but I don't. I'm not black, by the way. So.
Do you say it?
I'll say it in songs, but I don't say it. I don't say it like.
Yeah, I've never heard it.
Like just
I feel like sometimes I'm around people who say it and I'm like, but I don't tell. I'm like, to me, unless, and I know they don't mean it. Like, one time I was hanging out with this girl and that's the way she talked. But then I'm like
Cardi B, like she's not necessarily black, you know, but she's urban or just, there's just people who.
But I was with this girl. We happened to run into each other and I love her. Like she is rowdy. I'm not going to lie, but like she is just like crazy. Like she just says what's on her mind. I promise you, she's probably never had anxiety. Like this girl just like, I'm just like, how do you like, and that day she was expressing about her man that she was mad and she kept calling him. And I'm like, okay, like, but in loud too. I'm like,
like turn it down, girl.
Yes. And I'm like, because I'm like with you, so people probably but I was like, oh gosh. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. Because she kept getting loud. I'm like, and she's Hispanic, Mexican. And but I'm not gonna lie, like there was probably times when I was in middle school that I would add like to my friends, because we think it's just, sometimes it's like, I think it depends on your tone. But I don't say it, so I'm like, if it like could offend somebody, then I'd just rather just not. It's not that hard to take it out. You know.
But now, but like with the ER, like I told you, when I had a friend that was using it with the ER, and I was like, I was getting off work early. I was ready to bite this girl.
She was saying it was.
Yeah, you remember I told you?
Yes, and she was white.
Yeah. My stories, like, yeah, she was telling her mother-in-law, like, cussing her out, and she was like, "That's why you suck." In ER.
No.
Eggplant emoji for crack.
Okay, no, that's not okay. That's what you don't.
And saying it over and over and over. So I was ready, but that's my unpopular opinion. But I get that it offends some people, but it's just, I'm like, me, I have bigger fish to fry, or I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, if you can take it out, just take it out, but I don't know.
As long as you ain't being racist. Okay.
This one's kind of, all right. Wait. Well, this is about food. I like tuna sandwiches. Which a lot of people are like, ew, you like tuna?
I do too.
I love me a tuna sandwich from Jimmy John's.
I like, I used to like the Subway tuna subs.
Yes. And I love, like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
And I like the salmon on my bagel. And I remember one time I went to breakfast with some friends and we were sharing a room because we were on a conference for real estate. And I was taking it back to my room and they're like, "You really gonna bring that fishy smell back?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then like they were like, "You need to throw this out. It stinks in here." And I'm like, that was our first thought. And I didn't think about it because it's so good to me. So I was just like, okay. But tuna sandwiches.
It does smell.
Dang, I'm getting hungry right now just talking about it. I'm gonna tell you how to order it. If you don't like tuna sandwich, I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna go to Jimmy John's and you're gonna order the tuna sandwich and get it on bread instead of the loaf. Add Jimmy peppers, and that's all.
I like tuna, like when they put tomatoes, jalapenos, onions, like with crackers and stuff.
Yes,
like, it's so good.
It is.
Mayonnaise. That's probably the only way I eat it. Yeah, it has to have a lot of veggies and stuff in it.
But yeah, tuna. I will. If I could eat tuna sandwiches every week, I would. Not every day, but every week.
Feminism has become about hating men. Oh, some people might be mad.
So elaborate.
I feel like feminism, I used to consider myself a feminist and stuff because I do feel like we need, I guess, more rights in some areas and stuff. But I feel like now it's become about like talking shit about men, hating men. For example, have you seen it's like this thing going on TikTok about the ballerina farm? What is it called? Okay, so it's this girl. She lived in New York. She went to Juilliard. She was like a really good ballerina. and this man was pursuing her, and he came for money. His dad owned like JetBlue, I think, some kind of plane. So he was like pursuing her, and like he got his seat next to her on a flight, and he was like really like chasing her or whatever. So pretty much they get together, she gets pregnant, they end up moving, like she quit school, moves to I think Utah, and they live on a farm, ballerina farm, and they have some kind of company. But the thing is, I think she got interviewed, but they're trying to make her seem, she has 8 kids now with him, and she's kind of like Nora Smith, like she makes everything like that. But on TikTok, they're making like edits about her being so sad, like hating her life, and saying how he oppresses, like he's not a good husband, like assuming so much.
Is it the one that gifted her the egg?
Yeah, the egg apron.
I did see that.
So there was a video going around of how she was opening a gift from him, and it was an egg apron.
And she thought she was going on a trip.
Yeah, and she was making guesses, and she thought it was tickets, but because they have chickens and stuff. So it was like an apron with she could put her little eggs in.
Yeah, I didn't really watch. I didn't pay attention. I had it playing. I didn't hear I just saw the eggs.
Yeah.
And that's. I was reading I didn't pay attention to it though.
And so now they're making it seem like she hates her life, and I'm like they're trying to make her a victim. She never has said that. Which I was like, dang, he should. I'm like, you got so much money, you could have put more thought into it. Like, I don't know, but I still don't think they should like villainize this man or like, I don't know. It's just weird when they try to make people victims when
they haven't said. Yeah, that they're not happy or they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that like about hating men, because I mean there's a girl that I follow and all she does is talk bad about men, but only because they talk back to her. Well, I forgot. Drew, have you seen? Well, it's because people are rude to her, so she'll come back and talk bad to them. But
to me, that's different. Like there's women who just hate all men, and they like the kid thing, like they hate kids and men.
Yeah, I think hate is just a strong word. You just gotta, and not all men are bad. Like, some are, but there are good people out there in general. Some women are horrible, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like there's just a push to like turn women and men against each other, and I don't know. I feel like I've noticed that.
I have one more, and it kind of goes with your first one, but no. It is okay not to have children.
Yeah.
Because I think that people think that should be your goal in life, is to have children and get married and grow your family, which I think and not everyone can do that though. That's the thing. And I think sometimes people feel like other people are less than because they don't have a family, or they think something's wrong with you because like you don't want kids. Like, what's going on? Like,
I think everyone's not meant to have kids. Like, and kids can be a lot. Like it's a big responsibility. Like you're bringing someone into the world that till you die, like you're responsible for till they're 18 and all that. So, and you're always going to worry about them. It's like a lot. So yeah, some people don't want to do that.
And that's okay. Like if you are in your 30s and you say, hey, I don't want kids, some people will look at you like, what? Right? Like, who's going to take care of you? How are you going to, like, what's going to happen? And that is okay. I think that it's better to know you don't want kids and not bring kids into the world than if you have kids just to have kids and treat them like shit and don't care for them and just have them just to have them, just to say you do, right? Like, I think that, so if you're someone who's like thinking like, I really don't want kids, like you're going to hear back. I feel like people will make you feel bad for it, to be like, you don't want kids no more, or you had one, you don't want any more. What? Yeah. Like, Bridget's going to be like, then why you keep telling me to have another kid? Okay, Bridget, it's because you make cute babies. I'm like, but I would never shame her for not wanting a third baby, but maybe for now, maybe in the future she'll change her mind. Or I don't think I should be putting her business out here, but I think that if you're someone who doesn't want kids, it is okay. Yeah. And sometimes you can't, and don't ask people sometimes like, when are you having kids? Because what if they can't have kids?
And a lot of people do struggle with infertility. yeah, so mind your business.
Yeah, just in conclusion, don't make any comments about another person's body. And I don't know, what's the other conclusion? We all have our own opinions. You don't have to agree with us.
Yeah, I actually have that on here too. People should agree to disagree more, and it's a good thing to express your opinions and have conversations about them.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, and I can admit that I was once, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, I was too.
Where I'm like, you like this? Oh.
Especially in this era of political, all this stuff. I feel like people, it's easy to like think of somebody away because they think this way or that way. But I'm like, y'all, we all just trying to figure it out. We don't know. We don't know what's going on.
And a lot of times we do grow up and believe the things we believe because of what our family believes. Mm-hmm. Like, we think this is right. And then you grow up and you're like, wait, why do I think this? Or why do I?
And everybody's evolving. So you're allowed to change your mind. Like, you don't have to think the same way you used to.
And it's okay to have different views on certain things. There's things where I would draw the line. Like, if you're racist, obviously I'm not going to be friends with someone who is racist. I'm not going to be friends. You know, when they make comments that are, that's just my personal, I don't want to be around that. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean they're a bad person, whatever. That's for God to judge. But it's just not someone you have to be around. If their opinions are just not something that your values are, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're just like, oh, like,
yeah, like if they, I think racism is a big one. Like, that's a fundamental thing of like,
Yeah, but I think let's normalize not agreeing on everything and still being cool, like being friends. Like, we don't have to agree on it. And I think it also takes two mature people that are open minded and can have different opinions.
And I like talking to people who disagree because I'm like, okay, I want to see your side of it. And a lot of, maybe sometimes it's like our algorithm, like literally they feed whatever you're thinking and they'll push videos to you so you think this way. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, I'm pretty open-minded about a lot of things and I have my thoughts and opinions about things, but I also see other people's, why they think the way they do. Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't mean, and you're not always right. I used to think that I was right. I'm like, I'm right and they're wrong. Like, why do they think? But I've realized, no, we can all have our different opinions and we can coexist in the same world with different opinions. That's what people want us to do, is fight and argue. No, let's not do that.
Yes.
All right.
I think that's it for this episode, right?
I think so.
This is fun, and I'm going to be shaking when I'm edited, like, oh, God, I got to leave this in.
Yeah. But just know that these are our opinions. Like, we're just, and I think they're kind of lighthearted.
They weren't, I don't think they were too bad. Some things I am like, but I think there's people that could agree with them.
Yeah. And if you disagree, we are, like, let us know below what your thoughts are on these things. And, it was fun. This episode was fun. Yeah. All right.
We'll see y'all next time.
Thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And let us know what you want to see in the next episodes. Bye.
Bye.